I'd like to call to order the regular Board of Trustees meeting for August 4th, 2026. Roll call, please.
Mr. Kraft.
Present.
Mr. Adler.
Present.
Ms. Watson.
Present.
Let's rise for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Does anybody have any changes to the agenda? No, I move that we approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Kraft.
Yes.
Mr. Adler.
Yes.
Ms. Watson.
Yes.
Mr. Caldwell, do you have any minutes to approve?
Yes. You have the minutes of the regular meeting of July 21st, 2026, the 6 o'clock regular meeting.
Is that the only, we've got July 7th in our packet here.
I believe you passed that last time. It was on the July 21st, isn't it? So you passed? Yes.
Yeah, we did. I'll do it. No one's in there.
I move that we waive the reading of the minutes and approve as presented.
Second?
Roll call.
Mr. Kraft.
Yes.
Mr. Adler.
Yes.
Ms. Watson.
Yes.
You have your warrants per your pending warrant reports. The warrants 46759 through 46786, 96113, and 96123.
Move that we approve the warrants as presented.
Second?
Roll call.
Mr. Kraft.
Yes.
Mr. Adler.
Yes.
Ms. Watson.
Yes.
I have a brief comment. Wish to take a minute to address a few misconceptions regarding questions or statements directed to the fiscal officer at the last meeting. Individual got up and made some accusations and implications as to the actions of the fiscal officer. Following the meeting, I gave that individual my card and asked him to call me or contact me the next day, and I would give him all the information he was asking for. As of today, I've never heard from him. So I wanted to put that out there, that any information you need, my number is available, my email address is available. There was also an accusation that financial information is not available. I may have worked with several of you in the past week and a number of residents in this township over my years of service. I have always given all financial information available to them. I can produce reports at the fund level, at the expense line level, at the vendor level. So any accusations that financial information is being hidden or not given is false. And I just wanted to put that out there, that I have an open door, and please contact me if you have questions, concerns that you really want answers to, not that you want to stand up here and make accusations and then not follow up on. Thank you.
Robert, thank you for the work that you've done for the township. How long have you served the township?
24 years now.
Thank you.
And I might add that in these 24 years, we've had clean audits and everything has been above board, and so I appreciate your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert.
Anything else?
Yep.
Okay, next on our agenda are public comments. I would ask that you come up and state your name and address. Try to keep your comments to 3 minutes. And if somebody said something previous to what you said, just simply agree with that comment and continue on. The first name that I've got up here is Bill Airgood.
Yes, sir.
Please come to the podium, state your name and address.
Bill Airgood. I am a New California resident and been here for 21 years. Hello, and thank you for the opportunity to speak to the trustees. I am speaking tonight out of a sense of duty as a former fire official and on behalf of the residents who recognize the gravity of this situation, the investigation. I am deeply concerned by the recent actions of the fire chief and the impact they have had on Jerome Township. The law regarding political activity by a public safety professional under the Ohio Revised Code is ambiguous. Appointees in a public safety role are legally prohibited from endorsing political candidates while on duty, wearing an official uniform, or utilizing public assets. Unlike political candidates, public safety officers are bound by strict civil service and ethic rules to ensure political neutrality. When the topic of cost of this investigation it will eventually come out, the public needs to understand the finger should not be pointed squarely at the trustees, but the political candidate who's been promoting misinformation on social media, like false claims of the fire chief being under house arrest, who the trustees are legally bound to investigate potential ethic or legal violations. The trustees are fulfilling their statutory duty to investigate. The financial cost of the correction or correcting this breach of lies is at the feet of the political candidate who exploited public safety resources. If the investigation confirms these violations, accountability must follow, up to and including termination and reimbursement for misspent public time. Public safety agencies operate on public trust. When the public resources or official uniforms are leveraged for political campaigns, that trust is fundamentally damaged. The citizens of Jerome Township deserve leadership that delivers equal care and service to all, completely detached from political motives. I urge the board to maintain the highest standard of integrity and enforce the law without exception. Thank you.
Sir, your last name again? I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Your last name?
Bill Airgood.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Next on our list is Darrell Will. Could you please come to the podium, state your name and address?
Darrell Will, 8877 Code Drive, and many people from our development. I'm concerned about the NDAs that some or all of you have signed regarding the data centers. They appear to be signed in secret, leaving residents not knowing what they include or why they are required. In addition, when trustees go into executive session immediately and not allow public input at hearings or special meetings, it breeds further mistrust by those in the community. I now have a better understanding of industrial use zoning permits in the township and that data centers meet the criteria for their use, but I'm not understanding who provided the 30-year tax abatements. I live in the Glacier Point subdivision, less than a half mile from where two data centers located at Mitchell, DeWitt, and Industrial Parkway were approved after the moratorium was in effect and believe they should be rescinded. I and many others in the community never knew about the approval of these facilities. We moved here from Hilliard, where a data center and a substation were built less than a quarter mile from our home. We built our home in Glacier Point in part in that there isn't a single high voltage power line within the entire community. The climate regarding data centers in the suburbs around Columbus, many cities within the state and across the entire country has changed, raising concerns about significant health risks related to their locations near residential areas. Grove City recently had an amendment added to the upcoming November ballot requiring voter approval for the building of data centers. We should be doing the same in Jerome Township, or else change zoning permits to exclude data centers. There are many health risks associated with these facilities. I'm a retired audiologist, very familiar with noise pollution and the suspected health risks of continuous 24/7 low-frequency hum emitted by data centers, including sleep deprivation, stress, high blood pressure, and decreased cognitive performance. Electromagnetic field EMF transmissions from data centers also present significant risks for residents within a 5-mile radius of their locations. Data centers require massive electrical infrastructure to operate. Research links this type of EMF exposure to childhood leukemia, central nervous system tumors, brain cancer, breast cancer, Alzheimer's, cognitive dysfunction, miscarriage, and others. The United States once had a strong EPA research program actively working on setting safety standards for public EMF exposure from data centers, but they were defunded, in large part due to pressure applied by industry. Industry giants like Amazon that are now building these centers near us. Data centers also increase air pollution and can affect wells and groundwater nearby. This past November, Channel 4 interviewed the trustees from Washington Township in Dublin regarding the hazards of data center fires. The research that I've read indicates that you don't put water on lithium-ion battery fires. You secure the area and you let them burn. In the area the size of a data center, and depending on the circumstances involved, that could take weeks, all while toxic fumes are released into the atmosphere and surrounding neighborhoods. Regarding the strain on resources, when emergencies have occurred, such as the loss of the 2 lives and a fire in the data centers in Jerome Township, has the township received compensation for the services that the first responders provided? Or since Amazon has a 30-year tax abatement, did they not pay for anything for these services, leaving the tax-paying residents to pick up the tab? Ultimately, the question going forward is how we prevent any further construction of data centers without community approval, especially given that there is so much undeveloped land within the township. Thank you.
Thank you for your
Thank
comments.
you.
Robert, are you aware of a 30-year tax abatement for data
Yes.
centers in
You want me to-
Township?
30-year tax abatement was awarded by Union County. Boards of trustees do not have the authority to not only give tax abatements, but they don't have the authority to dispute them. So that was 100%
Yeah.
Union County
Yeah.
authorized.
Are you aware, there,
Yes.
data center, okay.
Yeah.
When was that done?
At the point in time that they were.
It was a
starting
10-year
construction.
deal. It was a 10-year deal in the township. They made a pilot payment, but it was a 10-year deal, not a 30, was my understanding. Brandon?
I don't know that.
Okay. I do not think the township, that the commissioners did a
Yes.
30-year deal. Marysville's different. Marysville's different. The city of Marysville's different. But go ahead, Barry. Sorry.
I think you
I
have
mean,
a call.
don't want to take your meeting.
I don't want to
Yeah.
open the
How do
discussion.
you get that changed in the future as far as the 30-year tax payment?
Ohio law?
Ohio law and Union County.
Okay.
Not only are we losing tax revenue, but they are losing tax revenue. You know, Board of Developmentally Disabled, Senior Services, all of those entities are losing tax revenue from abatements.
Will that apply to the new ones that are proposed as well?
More than likely, one would assume that they were offered tax abatements to come to this area. That seems to be a trend nationwide.
Not aware of any tax abatements offered for these coming in. If you'll provide your email address, we can get more information about the pilot payments and all the details. Back to you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. As part of the public comments portion here, I have a statement that I'd like to read. The Jerome Township Board of Trustees would like to respond to several questions regarding the ongoing personnel matter of Chief Douglas Stewart. The board has a statutory responsibility to oversee personnel matters and to address personnel issues consistent with applicable Ohio law and township policies. As part of that responsibility, the board must review allegations brought to its attention and determine what action, if any, is appropriate. Decisions regarding employment matters rest with the Board of Trustees. The board respects the legal process and will follow that process. The parties were unable to reach a resolution through a voluntary separation process, and the matter is therefore proceeding through the statutory process provided in Mr. Stewart's employment contract and applicable Ohio law. The board recognizes that members of the community have expressed differing opinions regarding this matter. The board has listened to community concerns and remains committed to allowing the established process to proceed. The board understands concerns regarding legal expenses. Those expenses are associated with fulfilling the township's legal obligations through this process. Responding to public records requests requires staff time and legal review to ensure. The board will continue to work through other obligations that have arisen and use legal services where necessary. It has been suggested that the board is wasting money on this situation. The board disagrees. The expenses incurred are related to fulfilling the township's legal obligations, including ensuring compliance with applicable laws, responding to public records requests, and navigating the required personnel process. We support the transparency of our actions in our local government. While this investigation is in process, the fire chief has been placed on administrative leave. When an employee is placed on paid administrative leave, the township maintains the ability to provide reasonable directives related to the employee's status and availability during regular business hours. The township has not restricted Mr. Stewart's activities outside of work hours. Further, while he's being on paid leave since May 2nd, 2026, he has always maintained the rights as other employees to use his accrued leave to take a day off. He has done that, and none of those have been denied through this process. In summary, the Board of Trustees is functioning with the legal process set forth by applicable Ohio law. The independent investigator has begun her work and will use her expertise to work through the information. The board will continue to work cooperatively with our legal counsel and chief stewards. Township employees remain focused on serving our residents. The staff has remained professional and continues to be committed in their service to the community they love and support. We appreciate your patience as we are trying to work through the due process required by the law as quickly as possible. Thank you for your attention and consideration. Next on the agenda is our public safety officer. Is anybody here to speak? Please come forward, state your name.
I'm Sergeant Johnson. I'm not one of the public safety officers. The one that's currently working right now is occupied. As far as I know, we don't have anything to carry over. I don't know if you guys have anything for us.
You can announce what you did today. What are you guys doing out here at Eversol?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like they do it yearly. I don't know if it's the same time every year roughly, but it's a block party that we're having at the Eversol school tonight till 8, I believe.
Till 9 o'clock.
Till
National
9,
Night Out.
National Night Out, yeah. So the sheriff is out there along with all of our SROs. They have like a dunk tank. They do the inflatable obstacle courses for the kids. There's lots of events out there. They're serving hot dogs. I think last year they did it at New California.
Yeah, they'll switch it out and they'll have it out here sometimes too. So
Yeah. So
the fire department and
the fire department's out there, yeah.
and the sheriff's department.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
sorry. You know more probably than I do.
No.
I
just
work
stopped
where-
out.
I'm assigned to the patrol division, so my priorities as a shift sergeant is those guys and what they're doing. I like to be involved with the community when I can, but ultimately we are busy and this county is forever growing, and we get busier and busier every month it seems like. So especially your guys' township, we wouldn't be able to do it without the PSOs, honestly. We would be overburdened. So, you guys have any questions for me, anybody?
I do have one comment.
Yes, sir.
There was a concern brought up about over Pioneer Crossing about some of the traffic and speed up there, and we've been working with the sheriff, who's unable to attend tonight, to bring everybody up to speed on that, but we're working with the county engineer and the sheriff
Okay.
to address those concerns.
Pioneer Crossing? You said it was-
That's one. But I also wanted to know, Mike, I wanted to thank him because we had a traffic issue also over on Ward, and immediately the community reached out and said, hey, you got right a hold of me, and they took care of it. So thank you guys for the services you're doing. But you said,
And
where was that
I would
at?
just like to commend the sheriff's department. They are very responsive. If any of you have problems, please contact the sheriff's
Yeah.
department, and they will usually be out there right away.
Because traffic seems to be the biggest issue. Mike has always said that. So it's the speeding, it's whatever's in your community.
Last thing I've got, the transient vendor resolution that the board passed, I think at the end of 2025, went into effect. It's all set up through the sheriff's office, and what we do there is that we were having a problem with many vendors showing up at your door, knocking at all different times of day and night, and some occasions even on Sundays. So we had to change our course of path. We were unaware of how often this was happening. So the board took action. We've now got a local resolution that helps control that, where let's say you have somebody show up at your door, they're trying to sell you a new roof or something. If they have not, if you can ask them, have you stopped in at the township to register? They have to register here. We give them a, basically it's a placard, so to speak, that they have to carry with them, and they pay a fee here. We in turn work with the sheriff's office so that the sheriff's office deputies that may respond to your calls, that they know whether or not that person's been here or not. And if not, they're going to have to stop until they come and see us. So just know that that's out there. It's a fairly new process, but we've had one register not that long ago, and so the process works. So just to throw that out there, if you ever have any concerns, and if you can't get the right answer from that person, please call us if we're open. If not, try the sheriff's office, and they can have a public safety officer stop by and talk to you, most likely. If that's the easiest way to handle it. Thank you.
If I know correctly, you guys can access, they can access that through the webpage.
I believe so.
I think so, too.
Yes.
I think I've gone on there and I read it all on there as well.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
I might add when we got the sheriff coming up here. For those of you that were not in attendance at our last meeting, just to be aware that we are filing paperwork now to put the public safety officer levy on the November ballot. It's a renewal levy, a 1.2 mil renewal.
Yes. So the PSO office program, which provides for additional police service down here in Jerome Township and Mill Creek Township, does expire here in 2026. The levy for November is a 1.2 mil renewal. It's a straight renewal, no increase, so taxes should not increase. To continue those services, which he indicated is very helpful for covering a county the shape of ours, going from north to south. I'd also add that this money is restricted to the police fund. It cannot be used for anything else but police protection services.
And Mill Creek Township is also in partnership with us in this program. They also will be filing the renewal levy.
Yes.
And in November. Anything else?
Anything
Any other
else?
concerns?
Any questions I can try and answer?
Thanks for keeping us safe. Thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Be
you.
safe out there. Next up, we've got our administrator report. Mr. Stanley, would you like to report?
Yes, just a few things here. I'll go through the other departments as well, but we had a couple residents from the Tartan Field area asked that we take a look at the basketball court in Ryan Memorial Park, and we have been waiting on some estimates to come back. The goal there was, well, first of all, the surface is awful. We have got to take action on it. It's unacceptable, and it's aged. So we have kids over there that want to use it. You know, that's a park that you can easily drive by and not really pay much attention to, but the residents that live there, I think, really appreciate the open space. Some use it for a practice soccer, area because it's fairly wide open. And just for the public's knowledge, that property is actually owned by Dublin City Schools, but many, many years ago, they gave us I guess it's a lease, a 100-year lease. So we have many, many years to go in that lease. So we are responsible for any updates that we can take onto that property, and we just do it. So in this case, the latest, we're going to expand the footprint of that court. That was probably half the size of a legal basketball court, like at high school. And really not suitable for any kind of a full court. For smaller kids it would work, but not for teenagers. So with the expanded court size, the total came in at, is it 15,900? And that's to resurface it, expand the footprint of it, and move its location just a tad from where it is right now. So I asked the board to consider that tonight.
Discussion?
That's your recommendation?
Yes, my recommendation is to get it done. It's
Pretty bad.
bad shape.
I'm aware that we have some constraints fiscally with
So after looking at it, we currently have close to $28,000 in the park fund. So my recommendation is to pay this out of the park fund, and then we'll look at some other funding options when we receive notification in regards to the playground equipment grant.
Okay. When, do you have an idea when we expect that at all?
ODNR, so we were awarded a $125,000 state capital grant, or not, it's not a grant, it's a state capital expense that was approved at our request at the state house. 125,000, we have to put in a matching amount of 50,000, I believe, and it's to replace the playground equipment out here and resurface that. It'll be a poured-in-place rubber-type surface, suitable for, it'll also be accessible for those with handicaps, and we want to make that a big change out here. So that would take definitely a budget revision and amendment at that point, and I don't know if that's going to be a reimbursable type thing, or if we simply get the check and then it's got to be, I don't know, because I've been involved in both of those types of situations.
Right.
ODNR told me last week they would have it to me this week. I have not seen it, so
Okay.
when I get it, we'll share it, obviously. But
Well, that's a lot of work, and I want to thank you.
It is a lot of work.
Because that's just one of the million things that you do. I
It's
know.
a lot of things,
So,
yes.
as an administrator that we need in our community,
Yes.
I
Well,
thank
thank
you
you.
for the time that you give in that.
thank you.
So, yeah, I agree. I mean, what do you think, Bill?
Yeah.
I think it's a long overdue
You're-
expense. I've been to Ryan Memorial Park, and that's been crumbling for years.
Yes, it's in bad shape.
And I think we owe it to the community to try to upgrade that. So I'd like to move that we go ahead with this expense and authorize Township Administrator, Mr. Brandley, to finalize the efforts.
Second?
Roll call?
Mr. Kraft?
Yes.
Mr. Adler?
Yes.
Ms. Watson?
Yes.
Moving on, as already stated, the fire department is very busy tonight at the National Night Out. Trustee Watson and I already went. I know some of you have plans to go after the meeting. If you can catch it in time, it's over at 9 o'clock at Eversole Run Middle School. It was already well attended by many, many kids and adults, so it'll be a great evening. I would encourage everybody to try to go over there and support the cause. National Night Out, as stated, is a national program, and it's being hosted on the same night clear across the United States right now as we speak, and in many different varieties, but primarily it's to bring the community out to help reduce crime. That's the whole context of it, to get the community involved. It's a huge program all over the United States. On to other matters regarding the fire department. They continue to train on the aerial ladder truck. Actually, the aerial ladder truck is out there at this event tonight, if you want to go out there and visit that piece of it. It takes a lot of training, a lot of prep, so that our firefighters are safe. If that ladder is fully extended out, that is, as Trustee Adler and I know, that is quite a exercise in your abilities to stay in the bucket safely. But you got to be trained. So that's what they've been working on, and Interim Chief French told me that everything is going really well on that, and they have a great partnership to get the training in. The engine that was damaged in the crash up here at 42 and Industrial several weeks back, that has been turned into insurance. It's been approved. We pay the deductible, but it looks like the repair will be done hopefully by October. Sorry about that. Moving on to the road division, you have the road superintendent's report in front of you. They've been working with the county on tar and chipping of several roads. They're also actively using the Durapatcher that was purchased last year, and they're repairing a curb drain on Tuscany Drive. I do want to point out that directly across the street over here on Kimberly Woods, The water line project that the city of Marysville has begun already prepping for, that'll start the week of August 17th. They have communicated all of that to the residents already by mail. I've talked to a couple of them. They did get the notice. They're fully aware of it. It's limited to just this neighborhood right here. I do want to add, we posted for the full-time road worker position on Indeed. We received 125 resumes and applications for that, which is just staggering amount. However, bizarrely, we have reached out to countless, and believe it or not, we've only had about 5 people return our calls to set up an interview. Don't know why. I just think they just hit send and just keep sending.
Maybe they have to apply to keep some other.
We talked to one today that correct.
Because it's through Indeed.
That's correct.
That's why, yeah.
We talked to one today and he said, "Who are you with again?" And I told him, and he said,
My.
"I don't even remember applying for that."
Oh,
So it's kind of all over the map. That's unfortunate, but we do think we have some that we're going to be interviewing this week that are quality. I'll keep you posted on that. Finally, and Chairman, I'll leave it to your discretion. I can touch on the zoning matter that's actually under new business now, or I can wait until new business. Do you want me to wait till about the zoning commission training? I can wait.
It's okay.
just go.
It's up to you.
Go ahead.
Okay. Mr. Snowden is requesting that you authorize, by our resolution, that you have to authorize it, compensation at a rate of $100 for this training that they are required to, both the board of the zoning inspector, but it's the zoning commission training. So we ask that you authorize them to be compensated for that training. So it says in the final paragraph, Mr. Snowden says, "I propose, be in the will of the board, that any commissioners attending be compensated at the same rate of $100 that they are compensated for each meeting of the commission." So if they go to the training, he's asking that they get paid $100, if that is okay with you folks.
Just one meeting, correct?
Yes.
Is that into the budget?
How many?
10, 11, 12, 14, that's it.
There's 14 something, right?
There's
But I
only
mean-
3 people that he's requesting to attend.
Okay, that's why I wanted to clarify.
So it's required.
We're
Okay.
looking at $300.
It's required.
Yeah.
So they have to do some type of training at some point.
Yes, and in the past, they've occasionally
Yeah.
come and done the training here at our
Mhm.
location.
It'd be just like a meeting for them, a couple hours.
My understanding is they're only offering this once or twice a year.
Yeah.
Which I think it's a reasonable expense.
Mr. Roberts says.
You okay with that? I'd like to make a motion and we go ahead and reimburse any commissioners attending to be compensated at the rate of $100 for each meeting, for their training meetings with the LUC.
A second?
Roll call?
Mr. Kraft?
Yes.
Mr. Adler?
Yes.
Ms. Watson?
Yes.
And finally, I would just like to add to the sheriff's office statements regarding traffic and to your statement about receiving complaints. Every summer since I've been here in this role, it's a busy time. There's people outside, there's kids playing, and we all notice it, and it is a serious problem. And I just want to make sure that the community knows that we have entertained. We've had numerous requests for speed bumps in neighborhoods. We've had requests for added signage. We've had requests for the speed measuring type signs and so on. When we communicate those concerns and suggestions to the county highway department, or county engineer, he controls, if not all of the signs in the county. We can't just arbitrarily go out and put up a sign. We cannot do that even if we wanted to. We have to work with Engineer Stouch and his team. There's many reasons for that. First and foremost, it has to do with safety. If we put the sign in the wrong spot, it might create some kind of a vision impairment to somebody at an intersection. So we leave that to the experts. As far as speed bumps goes, we hear that a lot. Those have been entertained. But I will say that in my experience, what that turns out to be is a huge headache for you. It sounds like a great idea, but you're going to be the one driving over that speed bump when you're trying to go to the grocery, when you're trying to just get home. It is a very tedious thing. So we take our time, we slow down, we analyze all of those suggestions and requests. There's probably roadways where that would be a solution, but I can assure you there's many, many others you would not want a speed bump on. It would not be safe. And so while we try our darndest, and that's why this PSO levy is so serious, but even put that aside, the sheriff's office, the highway patrol, any law enforcement officer in this county, they're inundated with traffic complaints, reckless operations. I don't know if you read the recent report of the enforcement that they did on 270, where they issued well over 1,000 citations, well above that, and X number dozen that was over 100 miles an hour. So that tells you what we're up against just in that area. That's a highway, but we have 33, we have 42, we have major roads right here. So our work is cut out for us, but I want the audience especially, but the board to know that the sheriff has been on top of this. We talk about this frequently. We're trying to come up with reasonable solutions without, it's easy to think that a sign might be the answer. But if the sign says 25 and somebody's doing 60 right now, do you think that they're going to care if the sign is flashing at them? No, they are not going to care. There might be a slight difference in speed, but in my expertise, those types of things only stop them for just a few seconds and then they hit the accelerator right past the sign. So please keep all that in mind. It is a puzzle. We work on it constantly for public safety. So I just wanted to bring that up, and that ends my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Raymond. Thank you.
We have nothing under old business. We're going to move on to new business. We've already covered 11A on the agenda. The second item is a discussion on Township Hall Internet Services.
Yes.
Mr. Stanley, would you like to read that?
Yes,
discussion?
thank you. Currently, we use Spectrum, and over a year ago, the board authorized me to reach out to Spectrum to have a conversation about our internet speed in this building, as well as the two fire stations. We experience slowdowns, we experience interruptions in service, and especially when we're live streaming, that's when we really notice a slowdown. It's unexpected, you can't predict it. Just today at my office, right in here, I had multiple slowdowns unexpectedly, and it's very frustrating.
Well, I just got a text saying that the audio was not working.
Okay. Yeah, well, there you go. So that's all part of the live streaming problem that we have. So we had talked to them about bringing fiber into this building. It was an astronomical rate just to bring it from across the road into the building and get it to where we needed it in the building.
To Spectrum?
That was Spectrum.
Yeah.
So recently, Trustee Kraft had mentioned that we should reach out to Frontier, who's now owned by Verizon. I was unaware that Verizon had bought them, but so we've had some back and forth. What's in front of you is a quote for the fiber to be brought in. My first question to Frontier was, what are you going to charge us to bring the fiber from the road?
Okay.
I don't remember the exact amount, but it was outrageous. I'm thinking it was around $20,000 through Spectrum, which we are not going to do that. Frontier said there's no charge. We just bring the fiber in.
There's a
Wow, sounds
there's a
familiar.
$95
Sounds like my
charge
house.
that they said that they would waive.
Yeah, they're going to waive the 90, yes.
But they saying because they had to go underneath the road, or they had to install some special equipment, or what was the?
Who, Spectrum?
Yeah.
There was, I don't know. I don't. Matter of fact, after I heard the total, I apologize, but I just kind of tuned it out because I knew that's a non-starter. We're not doing that. But the impact here in the office and as we grow and continue to grow, and if the renovation gets done out back, we need to fix this internet problem so that when the new rental facility out back here gets done, any renter, let's say you want to have a wedding and you want to do whatever, they should have no question about the internet working and so on. So I would urge the board and Mr. Caldwell to consider this. If it's within the budget, which I hope it is, we really need to take some action to get this done.
Do we know what we need as far as speed or how many static IPs and that? I mean, did IT give us an idea?
Nate from Manifest would be able to better answer that. He studied it a year ago. We went back and
Okay.
forth. He thought Spectrum had made a mistake, but they didn't.
So they have, Frontier can supply the office here and 210, and they said, was it 211 was gonna be maybe about a year off?
I don't remember that.
Okay.
Right now, what we've
I wasn't
done.
sure if you were on that email or not.
Oh, I may not be, but
Yeah.
what's in front of you right now is, it looks like he did quote, I'm not sure why that says, I don't know. I don't think that's right, but the Township Hall is all I asked for first, and then I asked our IT folks to go back with Frontier on station 210 and 211
Okay.
and see what they would charge.
I just wasn't sure if we had 3 locations, if there would be a better price there, but like you're saying, the install isn't a cost there. Are our telephones through Spectrum themselves also, or are they IP telephones, or do we know
Let me
exactly
think
where
a
that is?
minute.
Like,
Let me
do we
think
still
about it.
keep some Spectrum and have it as a failover?
I can look into that. Off the top of my head, I know the question you're
Because I
asking.
hate to
but-
tell Spectrum we're
Right.
gonna go, and then find out we don't have phones.
Right.
We
Right.
really need a little bit more information before we go forward, but
Sure.
I don't know that, I mean, I'm okay with this. I don't know that even that we need a resolution, just
Well,
let's
I think what we need to do is direct
give them some
Mr.
direction.
Chamberlain to
So,
give
yeah.
additional information back to us and get us some pricing to affirm, not only for the Township Hall, but also for
We're not-
210 and
Yep.
211.
Yep.
And these numbers look very favorable, so I want to encourage you to move forward on this. And
Yep.
when we have some firm numbers, we can come back in 2 weeks, hopefully, and make a,
When they say the term is 3660, what are they saying? 3 years to 5 years, or, you know, when they say term 3660?
Right, and I
Or they usually
thought
pick
that was-
36-month or 60-month term?
Usually 36 months and then the option to extend to 60.
I'll get back to you.
What is the current speed that you have in this building? How many megabytes per second?
I believe we measured it, and it was at 10, I believe.
I mean, Spectrum would go up to a gigabyte.
Yeah,
Through the cable.
yeah.
So they don't need to have fiber to be able to do that.
Right, we got quotes from Spectrum as well, just to increase speed. And that's what started this back up again, was we were comparing what it would cost just to do the fiber, or go with a higher speed. So yes, that was all into consideration.
let's get some more information back and
Sure.
try to make a decision
Absolutely.
in the next meeting.
That ends my report on that.
Appreciate that.
Thank you for all that work.
It wasn't on here, but I got a question about, do we need to try to set up a meeting on the Township Hall renovation?
If we can, Mr. Or Phil is his name.
Because we need to set a special meeting to have.
About a couple dates recently. He just replied back, and then you weren't available, correct, Robert?
Yeah, later this week.
Okay.
Next week, I think I am.
You're available next week?
Yes.
Can you follow up since you don't have that information?
Yes,
With
I will.
trustees, but just to be aware that we need to move forward on this Township Hall
Yes.
renovation, make some decisions. There are some concerns about the continuing inflation of the price that we originally heard estimates, and so we need to make some decisions.
Yes.
To move forward. Thank you. There's nothing else. I'm going to go ahead and go through the announcements here. To get updates on road projects in the township, please visit our website. I might add that we have been getting some updates from ODOT, but they're still stalled in terms of getting the telephone poles removed. They're trying to get, Jeff Stouch mentioned that Shelley, who's the construction manager for the project, has got other things on their schedule, so they're not sure when they can move this up as soon as the telephone poles get removed. So it's an ongoing frustration for us. But to get updates on ODOT projects, including State Route 42 and Industrial Parkway. Click the link on our website or visit the ODOT website, District 6. If you'd like to receive notifications regarding the Board of Trustees meetings, please email the Township office at jerometownship@jerometownship.com. And the Township is always accepting applications for positions on our zoning boards. Please visit the Jerome Township website to fill out an application. And I just want to remind people that tonight is a National Night Out. Activities are still ongoing now over Eversole Run Middle School until 9 p.m. So if you have time to go over there.
That's right behind the new Kroger's.
Barry,
Yes, something else?
on this ODOT thing, I mean, I think we've waited long enough being nice about them moving the poles and everything. Could we find out whose desk we need to have people call about these poles?
Can you all call?
I mean, let ODOT know
Everybody call.
that we've got some very restless people, including the trustees,
Yes.
that, you know, what do we need to do here
The
to,
response I've got back is that they've turned this over to the Ohio Attorney General's office.
do we need to file legal action? I mean, or do we, you know, just, could we find out, because we're gonna be in a whole nother season. I mean,
It's so true.
construction seasons is gonna be slowing down, not gonna be able to get asphalt,
Yeah.
you know. It's dangerous. If someone went off the road, they're gonna hit one of those poles and then maybe
In the winter, even
hit the
worse.
new poles they put up after they hit the old pole.
Why not reach out to the Public Utility Commission? They're the oversights of these
PUCO.
poles.
Is that something, I mean, you're in direct contact with the person at ODOT, and they're like, please, we're working with the Attorney General's office. I'm like thinking, if it's already gone to the Attorney General's office, the time for niceties are done.
And we can
Did you, have
certainly
you
look into
communicated
PUCO.
PUCO? Yeah.
Whose poles are they? Can we say it? Do we know for sure? Because I heard two names before.
The two names apparently were utilizing the poles, I'm not sure.
Okay,
Who's responsible for taking
okay.
them.
Not, yeah.
I'm sure they would know.
But at this point, my understanding is the cables have been moved, so we're awaiting final.
Those poles are just dangerous.
Very dangerous.
I mean, winter's gonna hit,
I mean, I'd have
people are gonna
a
slide.
nighttime pole removing, but then there'd be holes there that'd be just as dangerous for people, right? If we just all got together and had a community event, help them out.
Everybody bring your chainsaws. No, I'm kidding. Here you go. I have
I mean,
several.
This is the project that started in, what, Robert, 2017? You know, we're gonna get this intersection done, don't worry about it.
This is crazy.
Next thing we know, they're down there working at 33 and 161. It's like, what about our intersection up here? And it's just gone on way too long. I mean, you've been all through that, Barry. But, yeah. And I've seen your emails. I mean, you're like, hey,
I know you keep.
hey guys,
Every week
what
I
can
do
we
that.
do?
But I feel like you just keep giving lip action.
Can we figure,
right?
can we
They-
figure this out?
We need to make them accountable.
What can I do to help you, you know? But we may just need to help ourselves somehow.
I'm not sure if residents sending emails might be helpful.
If I recall, didn't ODOT say to stand down and they were taking care of it?
They've asked us, but that was,
That's been how
You
many
can-
times
two months
ago?
ago.
If you could get
Hint.
3 different people that keep handing it on upstairs and then tell us who's upstairs and they're busy and get the desk phone and just call the desk phone, I think would work because emails just get, you know, ignored. Desk phone.
there is
Cell phone.
information on their website if residents want to contact. It's
ODOT?
ODOT.
Do we want to lean on ODOT though? I mean, he's got a lot of things going on. ODOT's done some wonderful things around 270, you know, with the 23 interchange and
ODOT is
And
in
the
charge of the
30,
project.
33, 161's beautiful down there, long waited. Like, I don't want to beat up on ODOT, I want to beat up on who,
Who
I don't
owns
know
those?
who. I don't know
owns
who.
them? Yeah.
I don't know who. The faceless pole owner.
Let me follow up on that and get back to
Okay.
figure out.
So you will reach out to that PUCO?
with the PUCO and we'll follow up again
Thank
with
you.
ODOT to find out who owns the poles and when they're gonna get removed. Try to get back. Anything else?
That's all I have, I agree.
No, that's, yep. Thank you.
Well, I move that we adjourn the meeting. Do I have a
The
second?
time is 7:49. Second? Oh, sorry, you were going to say that?